To kick us off, love to hear a little background about yourself, where you live, where you grew up, and what you're currently doing as well.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, my name's Paul Ercole. Thanks for having me on board today. I grew up in New York City, lived there till I was about 18, moved to Florida. I was there for a couple of years, and then we moved out to Colorado. We live in northern Colorado. Been up in Windsor, Colorado since 2011, and still living up here. I'm a dad, father of three kids, wife's at home, and I'm an airline pilot. So my job kind of gets me out of the house and on the road quite a bit. So due to all that and trying to stay healthy and stuff, that's kind of what brought me to create my containers over here.
Awesome, we got an awesome product. When did you decide to come up with this idea?
So like about 2016, 2017, I was on the road a lot and I was exercising a lot and I was using a lot of supplements. And I would go to work on a 3 or 4 day trip and I would bring a bag of powdered supplements and more than one occasion I'd have the bag would rip open or so. And all of a sudden I have all this expensive powder that I had brought with me in my bag on my clothes and just kind of wasted. And so back then I thought there had to be a better way to be able to bring this stuff with me. So I started researching that back then there wasn't a whole lot of options out there that you could do to bring with you besides the plastic bag or bringing a big tub of powder with you. And so I thought there's got to be a better way. So that's kind of what I came up with, the design for this. I brought it to some local guys that were in Loveland, Colorado at the time that had a 3D print shop, and they did some design work and stuff, and had them come up with the design that we have today. And it's been on the market now for a couple of years. We opened for sale at a Spartan race in Breckenridge, Colorado, and we've been selling online since.
Awesome. So from the time you had the idea till you had, your first model, what would you say the time frame was in that?
It was probably about 6 to 8 months. We had to kind of go back and forth with a couple of renditions of what we wanted to do. I designed it on a piece of paper and a napkin. Kind of came up with a really crude design with a, uh, um, a measuring tape and some connectors and stuff, and brought it into the guys. And after we 3D printed it and had the models printed, I kind of had it shipped off to a place in Georgia where they came back with the prototype design for it. We had to tweak that a little bit, and then we had our first set probably towards the end of 2017. And, at first they came just blank. Then we started to allow customization of it where companies or customers could choose the colors that they want. If we had them in stock, we'd bring them to a local print shop and have them put their logo and stuff on there. So, yeah, we've had them for sale now, from blanks to customization from about the end of 2017 up until today.
So speaking just a little bit more on the design, how did you decide to come up with that design specifically? What was it that I guess you know that what I guess made it what it is?
Well, that's a good question. So I wanted to keep the design of it. I wanted to keep it small enough where it could fit in your pocket. It doesn't take up a lot of space. That was the big thing for me is when I would bring some powder with me to work or if I'd go to the gym, anything I brought it in was just too big. And I wanted to try to save some space when it came to that. So we designed the product. It's about this size. It could easily fit into your pocket. You could hang it off of your gym bag. You could fit a couple of them if you were to go somewhere for a long span of time. You could fit a couple of them around your clothes in your suitcase or in your shoe. So we wanted to keep it to that side. The original plan had the idea for customization, so we wanted to leave a space where a team or a brand could put their logo. So we made half of the container see-through so that you could see what you have in it, and the other half of the container with a spot for a logo. We've had some logos, companies, Dynamic Evolution put their logo on it, and Pell Nutrition. So we wanted to make sure that there was space for a nice branding on it, as well as enough space to carry the amount of powder that you would need for a single or two workouts. Also, to carry around pills. You could put some pills if you were going to bring with you on a trip, and you wanted to make sure you had some snacks. You could bring snacks or pills, and then you could see inside of it without having to open up, and you could see what you have inside there. So the design ultimately was based on having the correct size that it's easy to get around, but also have the ability to customize it when the time comes.
I always like to ask what challenges you encountered during the development process and how you overcome them.
Well, we didn't. So the design was made to basically, a lot of people could easily get a bottle of water like this when they're out on the road if they had to pick one up at a gas station or so. I didn't realize that all of these bottles have just this different size to them. This, like this Dasani bottle is a perfect size fit, but then some of the other smaller bottles that you could get a 30 pack for 3.99 has a much smaller lid to the top of it. And so I didn't realize that. So part of the design had to come with inside the mouth of the container itself. We had to kind of bracket the sizes down and actually even add a an O-ring in there that comes with each unit that would actually help it fit onto the top of the smallest of the bottles as well as the bigger bottles as well. So that was one of the big things we had at first. We didn't realize that that was going to be a challenge, but we designed the lid for that. And then on the other side of it, when you were taking like a protein powder or so, and you were trying to pour it into your bottle, um, if it was just a regular little hole there, the powder would get all stuck in the hole. So we had to funnel out the bottom. So the inside of the container is just like a funnel as well. So whereas you may have used the funnel on your own, this one actually has the funneling capability built into it, as well as on the top side, the ability to match up with a couple different shapes and size bottles. So that was one of the big challenges in the design of it, but we were able to figure that out with the team in Colorado to help me figure out what we could do to make it work for all different shapes and sizes of bottles.
Awesome. Tell me about your first sale.
Oh, it's great. The first sale came at a Spartan race. We opened there and we had a big tent and we had a big display of all the different colors that we had. And nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew what the container was at all because it was a brand new product. And so as all these athletes were kind of walking and shopping in the marketplace over there, a couple of people would come over and what is this and kind of give the demo. And I remember one guy especially was like, "Where have you been all my life?" So he was pretty excited for the actual product because he was doing the same thing that I was doing. You would make a paper funnel and you would pour your product in with the paper funnel, and sometimes you miss, sometimes it makes a mess. It just wasn't easy to do. Whereas this product was supposed to kind of fix that big problem. So I kind of knew from that point that I definitely had a an item that people could use. Once we started to expand a little bit more, then we knew that it was good for especially you could do powders, but pills and snacks and stuff like that. So, but that right there at the start of the at the Spartan race was my aha moment. Like I know that this could actually be something that people would use and would want to use. And the tricky part is just making sure they understand the product, knowing what it is, knowing how to use it, and knowing why they need it.
Right, right. Absolutely. What's some other common feedback you hear from customers?
A lot of them just really like the design. We sell on well, we don't sell on Amazon anymore, but we sell on our from our website, on Etsy, on eBay, and there's a lot of feedback on Etsy, especially some of the people use it even to bring snacks for their dogs on walks. So it's just a versatile product, and a lot of the comments have been on that. They like the size, they like the colors, they like the options, and the versatility of it is what most people like about the product.
Awesome. What's some of the most popular colors you have?
The most popular color that we have is this black and blue one. It's a great color mix. Every container that you would buy comes with a carabiner hook that matches the color. We have blue carabiner hooks that would match with the black and blue gray. We could give you black as well. We have the red and black. White and blue was kind of our launch product color, but quickly we noticed that a lot of people like the darker colors better. The black and pink look great together. And on our website is the option for people to buy all those different colors. Here's black and pink as well. Um, but yeah, we basically give you the choice to choose the top, choose the bottom, however you want it. You can make it, but the tops come in white, black, and red, and the bottoms, this clear part, comes in pink, blue, black, and red. And The neat part about the cup portion of it is it, I don't know if you can see in the video here, but we have our measurement denominations on built into the cup. So if you were to take a scoop of powder, and you wanted only a tablespoon or two, you could just pour enough, measure it up to the tablespoon line, and then you could see what you have in there. And then when it's time to use it, you could pour it straight into the bottle of water. Another great aspect of it is, you could buy these prepackaged samples or prepackaged meal replacement stuff. And one of the great functions of it, and I'll lift it so that you could see it as well, is if you were to open up the container, and you were somewhere that you had to worry about, how you were going to pour it and make sure it gets in there, you just put it right on top of the container there. And you could pour it right in and not have to worry about making a mess. It goes right in, it funnels its way down to the bottom of the bottle, and then you're all set. You could do it for any size. Some of the bigger meal replacement bags are this big, and if you're somewhere where you're in a tight spot and it's hard to just get it all in the top hole of a water bottle, you could use our container as a funnel in itself and just pour it right in that way. So that portion of it is great. We've seen a lot of people use it like that as well. I've done it in the car before a hockey game. I want to make a quick shake, and if I have something that I was going to use that was prepackaged that I was going to try out, I could quickly pour it in the car and not have this big mess all over the place in the car. So it does work out great. And then for those that go to the gym and they bring a big tub with them because they have a lot of stuff, you could, if you have a disposable water bottle with you and that's all you have, how are you going to get that big tub of powder into this bottle? So you need a funnel of some sort. So this kind of acts as the funnel. It acts as the storage container, so that you could leave all that big stuff at home.
Awesome. We're
Yeah.
obviously giving some away here at FITTEAM to our brand partners and customers. But for people that want to purchase them, what's a website they can purchase from?
Just go to mymix2go.com. So MYMIX, the number two, go.com. And you could find it there. And Chris, we could offer a FITTEAM 20% off discount as well if you're okay with that. We could offer the discount to the people that come to view your show.
Awesome. Can set up a link for sure. Anything else you want us to know about MyMix2Go?
It's this time of year. It's a great time of year for sales. You'll see everywhere. Everybody's shopping. This is a great gift for somebody for their stocking stuffer, for your work program. If you have to buy somebody a gift, somebody goes and exercises a lot. This is great. It's a great price point for people that may want to just spend $10 or so. And it's a great fitting time for this time of year. You have everybody going in for their New Year's resolutions in 2025 now. So this would be a great way for them to do it. They could bring a cool little device with them to make their healthy supplement choices, take them with them to the gym or on a trip or wherever they're going. And this is a great way to do it. So yeah, we'd love you to come have your guests come to our website and check out mymix2go.com and pick up one for their friends or family today.
Awesome. Yeah, we all love convenience, and this is obviously a product that fits right in there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me. If anybody has any more questions, just have them reach out. Our website, our email's on our website as well.
All right, awesome.
Thanks.